Hi, my name is Mark Brunton. I'm the Operations Section Chief for CAL Fire Incident Management Team 3 on the CZU Lightning Complex. Go over the briefing for September 1st. So a lot of good progress on the fire. Again, our area that we've been putting a lot of work, and we will continue to put a lot of work in the coming days, will be in the north zone of the fire near Butano Park. We have a lot of control lines being placed in still, and still active fire in that area. We've done a bit of a burn operation last night. We had to stop the burning operation because we were starting to see some spotting of the fire, which we were able to pick up, which is kind of unique because we were under the marine layer of conditions. So even though you would think that it would be very moist and so forth, that we wouldn't have those conditions, the fact that we have these little microclimates of weather that still maintain it to be very dry. And it is good for our burning conditions when we're doing a burn operation, but it does cause us some challenges. So we really have to moderate when we're doing our operations, so it's conducive for operation but not hazardous to the overall fire plan. The west side of the fire is looking really good, getting a lot of mop-up done along the coast, so that's a continuing work in progress. Highway 1 is still closed and the infrastructure is still being worked on. Caltrans is working on that as well. Davenport repopulated and doing well. A lot of mop-up around that community, and it's looking really good. South part of the fire is really looking cold, so not much of a threat of any sort there. Highway 9 corridor, a lot of line put in. We do continue with some of the little smokes that pop up as the weather dries out and it gets warmer, and then some of the rollout and some of the very steep terrain. Most of the area has been repopulated, and hence our calls for services, because people are seeing the small smokes pop up. And we are taking care of those as we are becoming informed. Some of the other area around, especially Boulder Creek and north of that, not repopulated at this point, and Brookdale as well. But we are anticipating that if we continue the good work, that in the coming days, not too far down the road, that we'll be able to repopulate. We don't have any set days there. We evaluate that on a day-by-day basis. We're not taking that lightly. We want to get everybody back in their homes, but at this point, we're still concerned with some of the conditions there where it's really not safe, and not necessarily as much of the fire danger as more so the hazard trees that have continued to fall, and the hot ash pits and that sort of thing that we want to render safe before we allow people back in, because we don't want anybody to get injured or killed from any of those hazards that exist. So we're mitigating those. We're working hard on that, and we're hoping that in the near future we're going to be able to repopulate the rest of that area. Bonnie Doon area, the same thing. A lot of hazards in there. A lot of continued work by the utility companies, and they're doing their best as far as putting that, getting electricity, the water, all that stuff back into play. Again, it's taking some time. There was a lot of devastation in there, so it's a lot of work for those folks to accomplish, and they're doing the best they can. Road clearances continue. The damage inspection, we're almost nearly complete. We're about 95% for the damage inspections, and so once that's complete, then those full reports are done, and then we should have a pretty good tally of numbers for the structures that have been destroyed or damaged. The Highway 236 area is cleared. There's a lot of work in the state park, the Big Basin, a lot of destruction in there. So the park's going to have to do a big plan as far as not only rendering that safe, but getting it back on its feet. And it's going to be a long process based on the conditions and the destruction in that park, which is unfortunate. Our air program, again with the weather, only able to fly small windows. Some of it, we are flying the PG&E helicopters, and they're setting power poles as part of their process. That's not deterring our firefighting aircraft. If we do need firefighting aircraft, we have a contingency plan where we can set their aircraft down so we can fly ours and take care of issues there. So far, it hasn't been an issue. We've been flying for the past day or so, and that's working out rather well. So that'll continue today, and hopefully finish up that operation with PG&E today. Our aircraft tend to be flying in the afternoon when the weather clears. Yesterday they were able to drop about 108,000 gallons of water. So down from what we were doing a few days ago, but still a pretty decent amount. And a lot of that is in support of the operations in the north and some of the hot spots interior. Also, some of the gallonage is down also because even though the aircraft are flying quite a bit in a small time frame, just the missions that are requested to fly are getting fewer and fewer. So that's good. That means we're extinguishing a lot of the fire and taking care of that. But in the north is predominantly where a lot of that work's being done. We still have the full complement of aircraft available to us, and we're utilizing them the best we can when we can. overall, things are looking a lot better. We're making a lot of progress, and we're getting another day closer to getting the community back to normal. Thank you.